Oh, didn't see you there. Welcome. I was almost late to my second live stream of the day. What's up, everyone? It's Tuesday night here in New York City, Long Island City, Queens. Quarter to 8 p.m., 74 Fahrenheit, 23 Celsius. Much different than the craziness that we got in Midtown Manhattan in the afternoon. In fact, I'm right across the river from it. Neon99 says you scare me. I thought something happened to me. It means my skit was successful. No sleeping allowed on stream. The circle line's coming by, guys. Gonna try to get a picture here with the Empire State Building. I should take the Circle Line one day. Yeah, Joanne, the Empire State Building is blue tonight, as well as the top of the One Vanderbilt Tower as well. One World Trade Center, the antenna is lit up in red, white, and blue. I love strawberries. You love that park. You think it's Hunter's Point? You're close. This is Gantry Plaza State Park. I wanted to come by to check Long Island City because I was so intrigued by it when I rode by on my scooter the other day. So I was like, let me try a new restaurant here. I'll do a review and I'll walk through the neighborhood, which I already did. I did a video of Long Island City. But tonight, I like to explore this part of Queens, maybe even walk up to Astoria and see what's changed. Brian Mohammed says, hi AK, welcome back to New York. Thanks, Brian. Dutch Bike Blogger says, again a live stream, do you ever sleep? I do, but some days I wish I got more sleep than I do. Yes, Barnabas. You can see great views of the fireworks from here. John, we can't see the entire length of Manhattan. We can make around the southern tip, but towards the north, it's impossible. Ethan wants to know what the building I was approaching. I don't think you meant this one, but probably here. This is the Queen's Library. Lil Yell's asking if you can live in Ozone Park without a car. How's the transit out there? You could definitely live without a car out there. The subway goes to Ozone Park. It'll be the last stop on the A train. Lefferts Boulevard, Ozone Park Station. Although even though it's labeled as Ozone Park, it's actually in the neighborhood of South Richmond Hill. But there are buses that will bring you there. Oh, Scott, you used to live in Richmond Hill, Kew Gardens. A train's there, further up the J or the F. Yeah, but Ozone Park is a little bit further south. So the A train is really the only reasonable option there. Hi, Mr. Dowie with 100 CZK. Have a nice evening, AK. I love the city and it is exactly what I envisioned as a place to live. Are you happy to be back in New York? Do you ever plan to visit the Czech Republic? Greetings from the Czech Republic. Thank you, Mr. Dowie. Definitely happy to be back in New York, man. I mean, how can you not appreciate this beautiful skyline behind me? Take as many screenshots as you want. And yeah, the Czech Republic could be a place that I could visit in the future. Simply just says it looks like a postcard. Sure does. The Real World says it looks very similar to the waterfront view in Williamsburg. It sure does. It's a little bit different though, because here you have the skyline of Midtown Manhattan. From Williamsburg, well, you do get it. It's kind of more to the north. You kind of get more of the Lower East Side and the Union Square area. Kips Bay as well. Oh, that's nice. I just saw a big rat scurry across. Joanne 8W, haven't seen the Pepsi sign in a while. Well, we're gonna get right up to it now. Snazzy Paradise says this is also where they shot the latest Spider-Man movie. And there's also the place where I was set up to do a wedding proposal there. To record a wedding proposal, I should say. Which was a success. Alright, Pepsi Cola sign coming up. Can get good pictures all around here. It's a pretty picture. Chatsworth 1979, $10. Love the Pepsi. I don't remember it from your other videos. Really? It's iconic here in Long Island City. If you see many of my Long Island City videos, you'll probably see it in the frame. But thank you for the super chat, Chatsworth 1979. At least you got to see it now. Pepsi sign straight ahead. Thanks for the super chat. Conveniently placed tree so we can't see the full effect of the sign. There we go. Nick 4077, remember it in the snow? Oh, you do? I remember coming here during a pretty bad snowstorm. Keith, you thought it was the Jersey side? No, Jersey City has the Colgate sign, not Pepsi. Robert's asking, wasn't the Pepsi sign in another location one time? Yes, it was located right near here on top of the Pepsi manufacturing plant. But the plant got destroyed, the sign remained, and they moved the sign. Oh good, it looks like the city's installing these new pedestrian ramps. That'll certainly help. It's unbelievable to look up at all these big, tall high-rises.
I put a 442.
J.D. Williford, I am near Astoria. Long Island City is directly south of Astoria. I felt the driver coming in here was going a little bit too fast and almost bottomed out. How much is the parking, asking Mr. Dowie? Good question. Early bird special, $17.21 plus tax. And there are the prices. Up to half an hour, $10.87. Up to 1 hour, $16.31. Up to 24 hours is $32.62. Parking is a premium around these parts. Manu saying it's too much. Yeah, it's expensive to drive, and actually, I should rephrase that. It's expensive to own. If you're not driving it, you're paying for it. Just leaving it parked in the garage, you're paying for it. Brian said you heard on the news a lot of kids were riding on top of the 7 train. Oh, it's not the 7 train, just the 7 train alone. I know it's been happening on the J, M, and Z lines, the N and W line as well. But that's been going on for years. They call it subway surfing, and it's a really dangerous thing to do, to ride on the outside of the subway car. There's a really cool community space, the Culture Lab LIC. Sometimes you'll see music being played here, dancing. It's also the home to the Rockaway Brewing Company. It's tragic when it happens. Unfortunately, a lot of people who participate in this subway surfing, they may not be aware of the dangers, because many of them are just young kids who think they could live forever, but there aren't, people to stop them from going up onto the train. So it's really a sad situation. And the problem is there's a lot of social media, including on TikTok, that promote this kind of dangerous behavior as well.
Hey, you actually kid, right?
Yes, that's me. Nice to meet you.
That would be wired, like.
I've been watching all your videos.
Oh, nice. Yeah. People were just bringing up the subway surfing on the train. Yeah, that's so dangerous. Yeah. Okay, take care. Keith says you won't see the beam until you hit it. Riding on top is dangerous. Yeah, it is. I mean, people think, oh, it's an open top subway, there should be nothing to worry about. But then if you're in the tunnel or crossing over the bridge, there's a beam which comes by really fast, and these people aren't prepared for it. It's all fun and games until something happens. Mr. Dawi is asking how much is gas in New York now. I was just passing by, and I think it's $3 and I forgot now. I think it was like $3.50 something a gallon. The premium gas was at least like 40 cents more expensive than the regular. Christoph and B, I have not moved back to New York. It's only a visit. this part of Long Island City still really hasn't changed much. Still full of industrial buildings and commercial spaces. The real world says Long Island City gets desolate at night. Yeah, some parts of Long Island City do, like over here. But if you're in the newer areas that are being built up, like Queens Plaza or Court Square, or by the water over here, Center Boulevard, then it's not really so desolate. But over here on these side streets, it can get a bit desolate, for sure. MK, I'm not going to disclose my living situation just because of personal reasons. It's a cool little bar. The Fifth Hammer. Awesome Fly Girl says, how does it feel as a visitor now? Has the vibe improved in New York? You see it in my videos and streams. On one hand, I find that New York City is really, really active now. There's more people than ever in Manhattan. But on the other hand, I feel a little bit less safe in New York just due to the amount of traffic on the streets. I feel that crime is increasing slowly. I still think New York City is a safe city, but like I say, you still have to be aware. But office workers are starting to go back into Manhattan, as I've seen today, just walking around Midtown. Chris saying Fifth Hammer has live music as well. Awesome. Eddie says there's more sketchy folks hanging around the streets of Manhattan recently. I've noticed that. And it's not something I'm proud of. I'm more vigilant in Manhattan than usual. But that's not to say that something can't happen in the outer boroughs as well.
I don't think anybody's gonna be mad at me.
VD, I don't think anyone's really going to be bragging about that to someone on the streets. If they have one, they're not even going to let you know. And to be honest, the people who need a gun don't have the resources to get it because the city makes it so tough. Meanwhile, criminals are not going to abide by the rules. It's just as simple as that.
Play with it, and then like his parents. Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh, your name here. When you lived in Whitestone, I noticed people were very careless. Some even left keys in the cars, bicycles unlocked, etc., but very few thefts. Interesting. You know, speaking of that, if any of you watched my Soho video that I published this morning, around the 5-minute mark, there's a person who's on the edge of the sidewalk, just going from car to car, pulling on door handles. And I did notice that. I didn't want to say anything. But yeah, that was definitely not a normal thing to do. I'm not sure if he was going around seeing whose door is open to steal stuff, but yeah, that's not normal at all when you see stuff like that around. Young Mouse saying important to lock your car doors at all times. Yeah, nowadays I think you have to, especially in New York. It's just a habit of mine now. If I'm not in the car, the doors are being locked. Michael says, I thought I was in Manhattan. What happened? I took the subway over. It's only a 5-minute ride over to Queens. Emilio J says these kids are out there stealing Kias with USB ports. Yeah, I didn't really see what see the specific like video which encouraged people to steal Kias with USB cords, but I heard the news talking about it. They said it was from TikTok. But yeah, pretty alarming trend. Lane Freeman saying lane splitting allowed in New York City for faster commute for motorcycles and mopeds. For motorcycles, it's illegal. Mopeds as well. But the law doesn't say anything about bicycles or scooters. JS saying catalytic converters are big items for thieves. I was reading that too. Someone just in the neighborhood lost their catalytic converter. They started up their car and it was making loud noises. Now we're in the part of Long Island City where all the shops are. I wonder what's changed in this southern part near the Queensboro Bridge. JS says, what is it with these people and these stupid TikTok challenges? We have really reached the point of idiocracy. You know, there's a lot of challenges in TikTok which are harmless and fun, but there's many others which encourage people to do dangerous things and break the law, which are not cool. Yifang fruit tea, still there across the Don Magaj, I am back to New York City. I see some chatter about Staten Island. I've been to Staten Island a few times. Not exactly the easiest borough for me to get to, but it's well worth visiting.
Anyways, so she's just so fire.
Oh, Palace Chicken, they changed their storefront. It looks a lot nicer now. Very cool. 2 chicken tender sandwiches for $8.99. Yeah, Lena, I understand. There's a big difference between back to New York, living in New York, and moving to New York. 3 very different things. Back to New York can mean that I'm back to New York for a day. Living in New York can mean that I'm living anywhere, on the streets, in a home, in a tent. Moving back to New York means that you plan to stay here permanently.
Right? 然后这是我们长期 contractor.
MK says, I liked his channel before because he was transparent about places to stay, etc. But now he is a closet blogger. And what's that supposed to mean? I think I'm pretty transparent about where to stay and whatnot. I mean, it really is up to you. People are going to have different preferences. Some people may think the LIC hotel across the street is a good place for them to stay. Others may think the Marriott in Times Square will fit them. I can't make those decisions for you. I always like this building. All the taxi cars are here. Drivers wanted. Charlene writes this closet blog. Do you get a tour of my clothes? Hey, you might. I've done a tour of a bathroom before for April Fool's Day. Actually, I did do a Action Kid Extra Hangout stream. I played a game called The Stanley Parable, and I did blog in the closet. We went to the broom closet and waited there for like 10 minutes and listened to the narrator berate us. So maybe that's what that person's referring to. Take a look at all the artwork here on the side of this warehouse building. Oh yes, Hannah, I'm very happy to be back in New York. Actually feels like I never left. A lot of stuff is new to me, but it's all natural. Joey, Laura, would you recommend moving to New York? If so, Queens or Brooklyn? I'm thinking of making the move. Thanks. This is a very tough decision, Joey. I really can't make it for you, but depending on your circumstances, I think it is a good place to be. Generally, New York City is a very expensive place to live. If you can cut down on your living expenses, then I think it's a great place to live. That's usually number one. And it has a lot of energy and activity. Really a city more catered towards younger people. So if you can handle all that, I think it'll be a good place for you to come. But I do have to stress that it's an expensive place to live. Not everybody is going to be enjoying that. Sometimes they come here and they realize it too late. Have to be careful here. This is the exit ramp to the Queensboro Bridge. Brevard County. I think I'll skip on that. Oh boy, SoCal Lawrence. If I had a crystal ball and I told you how the traffic is going to be, then if there's no traffic, private car by far. But if there is traffic, then you may be better off getting the car to the subway and then taking the subway in, because if it's on a day like today, traveling when the United Nations General Assembly is in, forget it. In New York terms, forget about it. You're not getting into Manhattan without like 2 hours wait because of that traffic. It's insane. But yeah, quickest way to Midtown, usually private car, go directly, but you can take public transportation all the way as well. Janice says E-train's the best to the airport. Yeah, if you go to the Jackson Heights station, they have a bus that goes direct to the airport. Wow, we're getting some sparks here. VD asking when was the last time the trains in New York were upgraded. They get phased in every couple of years. I know right now I think they're going to test the R211 trains. That's supposed to be the new generation of subway car. But that really hasn't been rolled out across the system yet. Across the street is Queensbridge. This is the largest single housing project in New York City. Oleg asking how long is it walk from one end of New York to the other. Depends which side. New York is a large city. I would think the furthest distance would be from the tip of Staten Island all the way to Eastern Queens. Wow, still something hasn't been done over here, huh? I thought this was going to be turned into a supermarket. Nothing's happened here yet. Oh, this is new. Or maybe this was here already. They just renovated the storefronts. This fried chicken place. I think it's a great spot to have. This hotel is new too. I know coming out of the subway station, a lot of people, they went to the corner store here. I like how bright it is. $3.75 for cheesecake, $2.50 for a corn. You got good prices here. And this bus stop gets so busy right by the subway station. I didn't notice this Dunkin' Donuts here before. Another good location for Dunkin' Donuts. You get a coffee right before you take the train. Scott's saying this area 10, 14 years ago wasn't great, now it's changing fast. Sure is. Rapidly changing neighborhood. I remember there was tons of scaffolding here before. Now it looks like it's being built into something else. Wonder what's eventually going to be here. I know it says retail for lease now, but what would you fit in this space? The only thing that comes to my mind is a grocery store, but even then, like, it seems like there's a lot of space for a grocery store. I would think the space would be better off if it was divided into smaller units. ARB says divide up exactly. I think it would do better if it was divided up rather than one big space. And over here we can see the changes that the city's done to 21st Street since I've been away. Before, 21st Street used to be a wide street with 2 lanes. Now there's traffic islands, there's bus lanes, all done to calm the traffic over here. And to be honest, I think this street really needed it. Ever since growing up here, I've seen how dangerous 21st Street could be. There was always like a speedway from Long Island City to Astoria. I think someone in the chat was mentioning that this building over here is Amazon. I'm not sure though. It looks like it's unmarked. Kind of looks like a warehouse. $3.49 for gasoline at this gas station. "21st Street was always a place known for all these car service businesses, tires, auto repair, gas stations." I see over here the city didn't put in a bus lane, so this bus lane isn't continuous. It ended there. Perhaps they're waiting for this construction to finish and then they'll put in the bus lane afterwards. Yeah, that makes sense. They probably didn't finish the bus lane on the street because of all the metal plates. Kind of crazy to see all these steel plates. I wonder if they were working on a gas line or something. Manu is asking how much is the cheapest car wash option. I actually don't know how much the car wash costs here. I know when I did it in Miami, I used a mobile car wash and they charged 30 bucks, but they did everything. They washed the exterior, they used towels to wipe the inside of the windows, they vacuumed, so it was well worth it. There's another car wash coming up. I'm not sure how much they charge. That one's been here for a long time. Simply Just says that sounds like a good deal. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. These auto body shops are all still here. I see they even have spare car doors, which is funny. Mohammed, we are still in Long Island City. Once I pass over 36th Avenue, a lot of people will consider that Astoria instead of Long Island City. See the bus lane return. People are using the bus lane as a passing lane. This guy's trying to make a left turn into the gas station. So here's the largest car wash on 21st Street. The 21st Street Car Wash and Lube. From 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Long hours, wow. I don't see the prices over here. Citgo is more expensive for their gasoline, $3.65 a gallon. Atlantic gasoline down there was like $3.40 something. Looks like they put in the traffic island over here. That's good, it helps shorten the distance between crossings. But they didn't do it on this side. There should be stores to the right. There are a bunch. Exquisito restaurant, barbershop, fried chicken place. Nothing's really changed over here. I would like to check out 35th Avenue. Maybe I'll take a walk up to Steinway Street. I've walked through a lot of my old neighborhood already, including the Ditmar-Steinway area. But I wonder what's happened to 35th Avenue as well as 31st Avenue. I know while I was away in Miami, one of my favorite places, Napoli Pizza and Pasta, that property went up in a fire. So I'd like to walk by it and see what's going on. And 31st Avenue, I know there was a little bit of construction over there. The Real World says he walked from East New York to LaGuardia before. Oh, nice. It's a very long walk. Yes, Anna, the San Gennaro feast is still on in Manhattan's Little Italy. Bella's saying it was boarded up the last time you walk by. I don't think so. I think the fire happened when I was in Florida. Meredith Pasco. Very generous super chat from Meredith Pasco. $4.99. Appreciate it so much. Thank you. That's right, Marv92. These are the Ravenswood housing projects. There's just a long block right here. Spans for multiple city blocks in this one block. Look what I found in the grass. Dun dun dun. Staring contest. All right, you win. Kevin Blankenship, $5. NRC or Miami. I guess you mean New York City. Both biddies, though different, are interesting. I don't really understand what you wrote, but yeah, nope. I guess both cities. I would think biddies, he meant cities. But yeah, both places, they have something to offer. There's pros and cons to both cities. I like New York City for its reasons, and I like Miami for its reasons. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't really have a preference for either. Eva Alvarez, thank you for $9.99. Appreciate it, Eva. Thank you for the support. Steven says, do you hire out as a guide if a family were to visit the city? No, I don't do that. I'm just so busy with what I do here with social media and in my personal life that I don't feel like I want to do guided tours. Senator Starr asking who's got the hotter woman, New York City or Miami? That's an easy one to answer. Just check your weather app. Whichever city has the hottest temperature for that day, that has the hotter woman, usually. And in New York, during the summertime, that was the case. It was much hotter in New York than it was in Miami, believe it or not. Charlene says, you have a black cat, no one would adopt her when she was a kid, so I took her in. Oh, really? Well, bless you for taking in that cat. I know many cats are left abandoned, and it's really sad to see them just without an owner. Thanks, Roxanne Robles, $4.99. Happy Tuesday. Appreciate it, Roxanne. Thank you for the support. Joe is saying if you want city tours, go to Tom D. I'm not sure if he gives tours anymore, but you can certainly ask. Mary says, if I were to relocate to New York City, Astoria would be your top choice. Yeah, I love Astoria. Basically was raised here in this neighborhood. Car alarm going off. Don is saying one may consider New Jersey to stay instead of the New York boroughs. Yeah, New Jersey is a good place to stay as well. Music Man saying Sarah Funk gives tours. I believe she does give tours still. I've never offered tours at all. I thought I was going to need it, but now I don't think I'll be giving tours at all. Okay, now we're getting to the exciting part, the part that I'd like to see. There's a few new places that open up on the corner here at 35th Ave and 31st Street. Marjorie, you're going to have to wait. I'm going to keep it a surprise, but I'll be here in New York for a while. Alex says, did you want to be a tour guide before your channel took off? Yes, I did want to be a tour guide before my channel took off, but the channel took off afterwards, and now I don't need to worry about tour guiding anymore. Basically, I do it every day with this YouTube channel anyway, and it appeals to a wider audience. So why do tour guiding anymore? Sotto La Luna, gelato and mercato. Italian restaurant. There's Salah. I'm not sure what kind of cuisine Salah is, but they do have a menu here. Gotta mute this copy. So this is a Spanish restaurant. B, thank you for 10 bucks. Thanks for all the great content. Appreciate it, B. Vegan restaurant. Urban Vegan Roots, it's called. I love the decor in this place. Look at this. Is this an art museum or is this a restaurant? Holy moly. Looks so nice. It looks beautiful in here.
Yes, thank you.
I haven't seen this since I've been back in 5 months, so. What a gorgeous space. Yeah, hung out art gallery and a restaurant pretty much. And they have a bar here. I'm gonna have to check this place out sometime. Love the decor in here. Seth says, I like it, going to try it sometime. I think this may be the newest part of Astoria for food. This is all new. Here's potlucks. Potlucks. Sounds like a potluck in Chinese. They like, it's kind of like a thing where you share food with each other. Oh, look at this. Hero Ramen. Wait, now it's called Hero Ramen now? This is about normal price for ramen in the city. About 15 bucks. And there's Tea Swirl Japanese crepe here. Isopor Revolution, another place in here. There's like everything in here. Pho noodles. Oh my gosh. It's like all the different Asian cuisines in one place. Even Beijing duck, Peking duck for 100 bucks. What's this place look like on the inside? Oh wow. Look at this. It's just a screen. And you order here and you pick it up. That's how it works. There isn't even any seating. Huh. Whoa. What a unique concept. So there's no seating in there. You just order from a kiosk and it gets cooked up. That has to be the most expansive menu of any restaurant I've been to recently, and there's no seating. Anything around the corner? No, that's it. This is Sotte Luna. Sotto la Luna. My mistake. What's this spot? 11's. They made 11 plural. We are closing Monday and Tuesday. Oh, closed this Monday and Tuesday. See your IG story, party and repair business. Huh. You know, this kind of looks like a cafe because if you look at their menu, it says like pastries, drinks, coffee, meal specials, so that's nice to have. Minnie Sue says it's a bakery. Bakery slash cafe, I guess. Alright, so across the street on the corner is Napoli Pizza and Pasta, which was one of my favorite Italian restaurants in Astoria. They had to close up because of a recent fire. I didn't really know what happened to it, so let's see if anything changed. This cafe is still here. Coffee Avenue. Oh, nice. Napoli Pizza and Pasta has a new storefront now. Excellence. Let's go and get a closer look. I don't even know how it looked like when the fire happened or how extensive the damage was, but I'm glad they were able to redo the storefronts. And I certainly miss their food and the people inside too. Okay, so they have a tiny outdoor seating area. Oh, great. I don't even know if they're open or not, or maybe just the storefront is renovated. But it looks nice. The building looks nice too. They also have the side here, Napoli Pizza and Pasta. Let's take a little bit of a walk up past the Kaufman Astoria Studios. Hung Mao asking if that's a temporary storefront. I'm not sure if they're open right now or planning to reopen. But in any case, it's good news because I sure miss that place. They wouldn't redo the storefront like that unless they were open or planning to reopen. Minsu says it looks like it's open per the website. Really? I may have to stop by sometime. Hung Mao says, hope to see a food review for Napoli's. I actually kind of did, but not on my second channel. I did it on Here Be Bar's channel. We did cheap eats in Astoria, Queens. This is really random. Why are there two sets of chairs in the middle of the sidewalk like this facing each other? Kaufman Astoria Studios is over here. I know there's been a bit of controversy because there's a potential development site in this area where they want to build this mini planned zone of all these high-rise buildings and stores and whatnot, and also close off certain city blocks. There's been some pushback from the community. They don't want the Kaufman Astoria Studios to go forward with it. We've got the red phone booths like London over here. But it looks like Saks Pizza has taken it over. Saks Pizza Garden. Ooh. They expanded. It used to be just around the corner. Thanks, Sylvia Castillo, $4.99. Appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Pizza by the slice, personal pies. Very nice. Before Saks Pizzeria, they didn't sell pizza by the slice, but now with this outdoor space, they can. They used to be on Broadway, where the current location's all knocked down to make room for a condo building. Here's the entrance to Saks Place and downstairs. This Mexican place is still open. Minnie Sue says that place looks nice. Yeah, sure is. The Pizza Garden seems very chill. I like to stop by one time and try it. One of the most underrated museums to my left, the Museum of the Moving Image. Paul is asking if they're planning to close the Astoria studios. No, they won't. If anything, they're planning to expand it. You got all the chain restaurants here. Uno, Applebee's, and then there's Panera Bread on the next block. I see Uno and Applebee's are still here. What about Panera Bread? And I'd also like to go on Steinway Street too, because I explored Steinway Street up to Broadway, but not to this section, which is completely different. $6 happy hour at Applebee's, $5 margaritas. That's right, GQG, Uno's are still around. Panera is still here. I don't see anybody dining inside though. Okay, Steinway Streets. Named after the Steinway family, who introduced the piano company here. Pretty quiet on this side, but that's pretty understandable. Angela's saying in Olive Garden, a neighborhood full of Italian restaurants. Just know, well, we kind of made that mistake. Well, it wasn't a mistake, it was more for knowledge. We went to the Olive Garden in Times Square and it tasted exactly as how we expected it to. But the view was nice, the service was nice, but the food was just bland, reheated food. Nothing original about the food at Olive Garden. But it's an option at Times Square if you want to go for some subpar Italian food, be my guest. Latin Cabana, authentic home-style Cuban restaurant. If I ever in the mood for Cuban food from Miami, I can go there. And he says my facial expression said it all. Yeah, nothing special about Olive Garden. Oh wow, look at this. This is new. This used to be a kickboxing gym and now it's a Slovaki bar. 3401 Steinway Street. Super cool. I like some of the changes that are happening to my home neighborhood here. That Slovaki bar looks cool. Luxury furniture. Don't remember this being here. Hung Mao says you were surprised we went to Olive Garden. Well, we had to do it for the video, trying out New York's biggest tourist traps. We did it. We did Madame Tussauds, Olive Garden, Bubblegum Shrimp, and the M&M store. So far, I haven't really noticed anything change much on this block.
There's some nice boots in there.
Dollar Tree is still around. Although I think many of their items are above $1 now. It's like $1.25 tree. Ooh, this is for rents. This used to be Lucille Roberts, the fitness center, and now I guess it used to be a, oh wait, no, Skybridge Restoration Trade School to the right, and here is all empty. Wow. A lot of stuff happening around here. Is the empanada spot around? Yes, it is. Mama's Empanadas. It's like $3 an empanada. If you want a late night snack, that's where you go. Your name here is asking how's Bubble. You know, Bubba Gump was actually pretty good, especially if you go there for the happy hour special. $6 popcorn shrimp was amazing, as well as the Bubba's dip. Don't knock down Bubba Gump shrimp. For the price, it's actually really good food. I guess all the people who used to go to Lucille Roberts need to go to Blink Fitness now.
For all of us to really engage in the same
Yeah, Maxine, Bubba Gump is way better than Olive Garden. I wouldn't recommend Olive Garden unless you're there for the view. Or maybe if you just don't care to go searching for other restaurants and just want an okay experience, then you can go to Olive Garden. But Bubblegum Shrimp, the food is much better.
No, this one I got.
So this part of Steinway Street I've been to before. I walked it during my first day back in New York. But I'd like to see what's going on 31st Avenue, which is the block after this.
This one is the easy one. She didn't know about that. What are you trying to say?
This halal food truck, by the way, some of the best in the city. So good. Oh, I smell it too. Jake Kuji says I'm not too far from Rikers Island. Still a little bit away, but closer than where I was when I began the stream. Store for rents. Not many places still open at this time. Steinway Pizza is still open. Cosmic Queen said you had halal tonight lamb shawarma. Sounds delicious. Hey, I didn't see this, but this Starbucks is closed for renovation from 9/11 until 10/17. So that's why I didn't see it, because I came back on September 9th, and that's when I did my walking video of Astoria. Just in a span of a week and a half, I see changes in the neighborhood. Yeah, JM is temporarily closed. Might be, Laura, they might be expanding the space or making it, I don't know, more chairs. Could be a complete modernization of the store as well. Like I know that's what they did to a lot of the McDonald's. You go in there now, everything looks futuristic. They've got kiosks now you can order from. All the menus are digital. It might be like that for Starbucks too. I wouldn't be surprised. Although I kind of feel like Starbucks, you really need that human interaction. Something seems off when you order from a kiosk and you can't talk to your barista, you know, like, hey, I want my usual today. Okay, you got it. 3 shots of this, blah, blah, blah. They greet you by name. Seems kind of cold to just be ordering from a machine, and sometimes it even takes longer. Like, you gotta scroll through the whole thing just to find out what you need. All right, 31st Avenue. This is where I want to walk. Robert says Starbucks food is bleh. I mean, I've had Starbucks food before. Some of it's okay. I do like their salads. Oh, really, Daryl? One of your local Starbucks is being renovated too? Maybe it's a brand thing they're doing, completely overhauling all the stores. It's probably going to be the same as what happened to McDonald's, like I said. What is happening here? Construction in the middle of the sidewalk. Oh, they're just waiting for the cement to dry.
And when I see like
Latin vegan space. You won't really get to see too many restaurants until we get closer to the train. Mary says they'll pass on the cost to the customer. Yeah, like the customer isn't paying enough, right? For a Starbucks coffee. Yeah, Robert, some restaurants open late in Queens. We saw the pizza restaurant back there. We saw the food trucks open. Mama's Empanadas was open. Kind of more like grab and go type places are still open at this time. The full service restaurants, you might find them like on 35th Ave and 31st, but in the middle of these main blocks like this, you might find the occasional one. No, Fresh 88. I haven't seen any Hardee's in New York. Just I won't be revealing that date, but I will be leaving New York City when I'm ready. Calvin Atwood with $5. Thank you so much, Calvin. Appreciate the support. Thank you very much. Wow, what happened to this storefront on the corner? Zozo, you spoke too soon. What's that across the street? Wood-fired pizza. Interesting. I don't think I've ever tried this place. It smells good. Golden Dragon. The original Bear Burger location is still here. What's up, Tom? Walks in Wall Street. This neighborhood seems very quiet and peaceful. It is my home neighborhood of Astoria. Entice Thai Kitchen. Love this place. So you see, places are open at night. Mom's Kitchen is here and bar. Hey, peace and love. Thank you for the $10. Appreciate it. Peace and love. Appreciate the support. Got to see a lot here in Astoria tonight. I think I'm most excited for Napoli Pizza and Pasta to reopen. And also the Saks Pizza Garden. That's so cool. So many new spaces are being opened and expanded for many businesses. I think this is new. El Rey del Taco to go, authentic Mexican. I thought they were a food truck, but now they have a retail location.
I was thinking to go to a regular gym.
Oh, what's with the wood around the tree? I think they were planning to do construction on this street. That's why they have it. You see across the street they have those construction barricades. One of the best Greek food places in Astoria comes from a food truck, the King Slovaki. Guess I'll be walking to the subway station. It's not too far away. Beep. John W. Yes, the famous King Slovaki. Love that spot. Arjuna W saying, what about the nightlife in Astoria? Any good? Oh yes, plenty to do here in Astoria. In fact, the street I'm walking to now, 30th Avenue, this is like the heart of all the nightlife. That's true, Bella. That's a valid concern. You never really know how clean those food trucks get. Arjuna W saying, what avenue is the center of the nightlife? 30th Avenue. You can also go to the Little Egypt section of Steinway Street. There's a lot of nightlife there. Who needs a subway when you have great shoes that can walk you to wherever you need to go? Sure was a long walk today and in the afternoon. Hey, my brother's in the chat chasing Chinster. Halal food trucks are great. You haven't seen them outside of New York. I know, I kind of miss the halal food trucks when I get out of New York. Here comes the subway. It's coming into the station. Calvin, I'm wearing some New Balance sneakers that I've probably repaired at least like 4 times. I think that's the last time I'm able to fix it though. Zozo says I need a shoe endorsement. Seriously? Yep. Except no shoe companies reach out to me. And I don't really reach out to many brands either. Alrighty. I think I'm gonna wrap up this stream tonight, take the subway back. It's been a long day for me today, streaming, visiting another neighborhood in between. You'll probably find out what it is when I post it. But I want to thank all of you for coming out today. Hit that like button if you enjoy the live stream. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next time. Bye everyone, take care. And I don't know when they're gonna fix this light. This light's been blinking, 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 blinking on the left-hand side forever.